Batman Returns on the NES is talked about surprisingly little. Considering how much attention the first Batman on the NES got, this one is relatively unknown, which is pretty unusual as the film was a smash hit and the first game was also a hit. I can only assume it's because the game came out late in the NES's library and people were more interested in the Super Nintendo and Mega Drive/Genesis. Question is, were they missing out? Let's take a look. You'll notice straight away that this is a very different game to the first Batman. It's made by Konami for a start, which had been established as a beat-em-up pro at this time with various Turtle and Simpsons games that you're no doubt aware of. So instead of a platformer, it's a brawler. You play of course as Batman on his mission to stop the Penguin and Catwoman from generally being bastards. The game sticks to the plot of the film really well, with some great cutscenes to set the mood. And then you take control of the Caped Crusader as you punch the living crap out of all the Penguin's evil clown cronies, all of which are instantly recognisable from the movies. It was really good to see the makers of the game actually bothered to watch the film and realise that if you just follow the plot, you basically have a game made for you. Batman himself has a fairly decent moveset. He has the usual combo that you have from just hammering the attack button. However, if you press and hold the attack button, he does a hard punch that can floor enemies. Also pressing down an attack blocks, and up an attack uses your batarangs or grappling hook, depending on which one you have selected at the time. Pressing A and B together will do your cape attack, which hurts all the enemies, but also drains 1 bar of your health. Annoyingly, it even takes the health away if you don't hit an enemy. So as well as the punchy punch stages, there's a couple of vehicle stages thrown in for good measure, where you take control of the Batmobile and the Batboat thingy. Both of these stages come at just the right time when the punchy punch stages are getting a little bit stale and are a welcome breather. These also control very well. The stages are all pretty long and pretty tough. You are eased into all the enemy types, and like a lot of games from the NES era, you only get one type of enemy on screen at once. However, sometimes there are 3 or 4 of them at a time with little to no NES flicker, which is very impressive. On the whole, this is a really solid game and puts up a hell of a fight. Luckily though, you do have a password system, so you don't have to start from the beginning every time you turn it off. The graphics are great, the music is very good, and a little bit more Batman-esque this time round. It's just a shame this game isn't really talked about more, as it is great. I would even go so far as to recommend it more than the first Batman game. Sue me.